good, man? I'm back with a breakdown. I was gonna post a breakdown yesterday, Sunday, but I didn't make time to make a video, honestly. But I did go into the market with a clear mind. I definitely knew what I was looking for when it came to gold, when it came to GJ and US30. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I was expecting going into Sunday for London session. How I adapted and made certain moves, and then I'm gonna cover what I made on my accounts, and I'm also going to be just breaking down my trades that I took from last night to this morning, and yeah, man, hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully you guys could learn a thing or two, but more importantly, I hope I could break everything down to the T to make it understandable, so anyone who watches this video can understand how Adrian executes, how I enter my trades, what I'm looking for, and how I go about my risk management, and how my experience also plays a part in like closing certain trades, maybe letting one run on one account, letting the other one close fully, so I take something away based off me trading multiple accounts. So I definitely want to break that down as well and throw that in there when it comes to the reason why I execute trades, why I close them, and why I let certain ones run. So we'll hop right into it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start with gold. I didn't trade gold last night. Now the reason I didn't trade gold is because gold is it's in a consolidation zone along our level of 4-hour resistance. So our 4-hour resistance is going to be this green zone right in here. Let me delete all this. So just to kind of make this super simple for anyone who may be new and watching my videos. So we see price come from this low here, created a higher high. Price came down to support, which is also a transition area of resistance, now turned support. Then from this area here formed a higher low, came back to test the high right here a second time, came right back down into that support and higher low level, now testing support and confirming that this is our support area for bullish structure. So anything below this area, you definitely want to be looking for sales and to target previous lows. We'll go ahead and draw support right in here. Okay, let me do these. Okay, I'm gonna do these green just to color coordinate it for the time frames that I use. Okay, so 4-hour time frame. Now once we got this next one, you see here price did push up into the high for another time, our third time. Then we see price find support right in here for a higher low opportunity, which can then give you your bias to get to the upside. I see here, I didn't even realize I'm gonna just take off my EMAs. I don't really use my EMAs, to be honest. It does kind of give it a good look, but realistically when I enter trades, I don't use my EMA, so that's the reason why I just deleted it. But to get back to what I was pointing out, so our 4-hour time frame find a level of a higher low after testing our resistance for a third time. So now that we have this higher low opportunity here where support was created on your 4-hour time frame but was tested on like your 30-minute time frame, you could have definitely been looking to execute buy opportunities. Now we see here that this area is holding, but we are in a consolidation from this level of resistance to this support in here. I mean, you can see that right in here. Then price just plays a little bit tighter. Now, so what I'm gonna be looking for in this area, I definitely want to see price get a large break above this area of resistance. So pretty much like 29.43 to where we're currently trading at right now, 29.52. So like in this 100 pip zone between our resistance, I do want to see a break above, and then maybe see price pull back in for like a higher low opportunity somewhere right here. And then if we do happen to get something very similar, I will be executing, anticipating this will be a higher low opportunity to get us to that high zone we created, to get that leg pushed down, or to a new higher high above that high that was created to get the push down. So just depending how price continues to play out going into London, I will definitely be looking for buys above this zone. But if somehow price begins to exhaust in this area based off your 4-hour time frame, and then your smaller time frame does give us like a bearish transition, I will potentially be executing on a lower high, betting that this area of resistance is going to hold, and we're going to come back down to our higher low zone, our major support area, in other words. So that's going to be my breakdown for gold. It really doesn't get more simpler than that. I will just be waiting for a break above or a break below, but as you guys can see here, based off my technicals, we are currently bullish. So if we are going to continue to flow with the market, we want to buy. We're either going to buy off of zones of support, which is going to be pretty much like right in here. So this will be one area for buys, or we will be waiting for buys above our major resistance random line. Well, our major resistance level, which is the green zone, but this random line that I have drawn here is going to be based off your 4-hour time frame, based off the high that was created right in here when we got this push down, and to form this level of support. So we'll just wait for price to pull back into the zone and see if we're going to get some sort of seller's exhaustion to show that we're going to continue pushing bullish, or we wait for a push back down to 29.24 and a break of our support within 29.24 and like 29.20 levels. So that's going to be my breakdown for gold. Let's go ahead and go to GBPJPY. So based off GBPJPY, we see here we are bearish based off of our daily time frame, and we are targeting a weekly level of interest based off like this resistance area, turned support, found support here, and now we found support within the past 2 of the last 3 weeks. So not last week, but the 2 weeks before that, we did find support with this bullish engulfing based off the weekly time frame. Now we go to our daily time frame and we pretty much see a transition. I mean, it doesn't get more simpler than this. You have support, turn resistance here. Then we go to our 4-hour time frame, and then you have support here, turn as resistance here, and then over here to the right, and then you have support here, and we see price break below these levels of support, and then we find that those levels of support do get tested at some sort of resistance, whether it's on point or it is a little bit more above, but price is always testing these levels of support as resistance and then flowing to the bearish side. So I'm just betting on sellers at this point in time. So when the market opened, after getting like these breaks of support last week, you have resistance turn on this level of support, you had that bearish push down. Now the reason I have these neon blue random lines with the price levels that they are, which is 189, 189, 250, and 189.5, is because they're QP levels, which are quarter points. And I learned this a while back, but these levels do seem to be targeted a lot on GBPJPY for levels of resistance or levels of support, pretty much execution areas. So these levels are always playing a part. Now, we see here based off our 4-hour time frame, we got our last lower high point last week. We do see support form here based off 189 for like that lower low before the lower high. And then for Sunday open, which was yesterday, we see here price did push bullish into these quarter point levels, giving you a level of a lower high. Now the reason I executed for sales was because of this here. So you had resistance based off of your 1-hour time frame form here between the hours of like 6 to 8 p.m. had a bearish engulfing. Then you had price give you another engulfing in here. Well, I was on the smaller time frames and I was executing sales at this time, or looking for sales after that first initial bearish engulfing. So we're going to go from our 1 hour to our 15 minute. Then we see here, since that 1 hour engulfing was our first touch and that creation to the resistance, we had to wait for a retracement closer to our trading time, and we got that next bearish engulfing at around 10:30, 10:45, around that time, and that was my execution area for GBPJPY sales. And then I did close, so I was anticipating price was going to come down to 188. As I seen price exhaust here, I was already put off by this trade and the exhaustion, so I did close my trade for about a 56 point gain, 56 pip gain. Did have my stop loss for about 37 pips, so that was a 1 to 1.5 R to R, which is very solid for a Sunday. I'm gonna be posting a screenshot of my profits as well for my account on my thumbnail, so hopefully you guys could take a look at, or well, you guys will take a look at that, whether you guys pay attention to it or not. But I will be posting that so you guys can see that like these trades I am taking, and I'm not just putting out an analysis and trying to provide some fake value. No, I'm really executing these trades, and these are the confirmations that I look for when it comes to me executing and putting together a plan for my approach to the market for that given day. So this was my first entry, which was this bearish engulfing. Boom, price came to hit it. Now let's go down. Okay, so once we seen price exhaust, I did catch a second entry going into New York. So once price pushed bearish, we seen price exhaust here. I did try to take buys, which were very short-lived, just because price did stall out in this area. So I had executed. Let me see. Let me actually pull it up. I'm actually just drop the screenshot right now so you guys can see. Okay. Or I'll try and show you guys right in here. So okay, so GJ. Okay, so I had two sell positions. 189, 182, 180. No, I had it a little bit lower. 189, 182. So like right in here, I think that was spread. Had my stop loss right above the high, and then I closed at 188, 813. 188, 813. Wait. That was 30 pips. Okay, one position. Okay, then I had another position at 189, 182. So let's see, 189. So that's right. Wait, 189, 182. I had another one at 189, 078. So I had a lower entry here, which also closed out in profit. So I had two positions within this area, one here and then one a little bit higher. And this was my TP. So I guess I waited a little longer to see if price will continue to push down, and since it didn't, I closed and I just took my profit, whatever the market was giving me. But then I did execute again. Now when I executed again, it was in this area here once price stalled out and began to give us exhaustion, and then we had this bearish engulfing. This would have been your confirmation and your safest place to enter a sell. I did enter my sell 189, 191. Yeah, so like right in here. Okay, stop loss right above that confirmation candle, and then I TP'd at 188.468. Boom, right in there. So that was about a 1 to 2 R to R, which is pretty solid. Now let me see if I can show you guys here if it makes. Hold up. Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna just drop a screenshot, and then I'm gonna post it so you guys can see my GJ trades. Done. Okay, perfect. So that was my GJ trade. The sell that I was looking for. Now I was anticipating a steeper drop. I was actually anticipating that this would push down to 188 and potentially like 187 at the least. But price gave us a strong rejection at around 8 a.m., which was unfortunate. Now one of my accounts, I did leave a runner. So I closed this New York sell entry once price stalled out down here. Did leave it to run on one account, which ended up at break even, which is unfortunate because I could have definitely took my profit and just been done. But you know, that's the chance I take, and you know, that's a risk that I'm willing to take every day. If I have an opportunity to close in profit in one account and let the other one eat and potentially take more off the table, I would say maybe 7, 8 times out of 10, I'm definitely going to take that chance. And then the other few chances, I'm actually going to take my money and just let it be. And whatever the market does, it does. And it just wasn't meant for me. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take what the market gives me, and I'm going to continue to push to secure these payouts and you know, keep withdrawing from the market. You know, because anytime I can make $1,000 in a day within 30 minutes to an hour, I'm taking that off rip, since that's 1% of my account. And then if I make 2%, that's a blessing. There should be no reason I want to hold after that, especially if I secure on 2 out of 3 accounts, or if 3 out of 3 accounts are floating the same amount. You know, I just want to make sure that I have a good mindset and I always come to the market and I don't be greedy, because that's when it bites me in the butt. It's easier to lose all of your capital in a day or in one trade than to go home with a banger on one trade. So you just gotta, you know, take a swing every now and then, and hopefully you hit. You know, that's what it comes down to. So for GJ, I am still looking for sales. Those were my trade opportunities, using the 4-hour, the 1-hour, and the 15-minute for correlation to execute and to get an idea on where the market is flowing. Now, what I'm looking for on GJ going into today's session, since we already got a daily candle close bullish with some exhaustion to the upside. Still not giving me a lot of confirmation that we're bullish. Even here off your 4-hour, you don't really have a bullish engulfing. Now you do have 2 4-hour candles that did exhaust, which can be a level of interest for executing buy opportunities. Now we are still testing our quarter point level, which is 189, holding as a level of support. So as long as your 4-hour time frame gives you more seller's exhaustion or more of a clue to us flowing bullish, then at that point you want to go to your smaller time frames. So since we have these seller's exhaustion candles here, hitting these candles lows when we got that first lower low opportunity, we want to see what price is forming on our 30-minute time frame to see if price is finding support. So let's delete this. Let's draw this level of support out here. Now we see here price broke below, came up, formed a minor higher low, high, low, high, kind of a lower low, kind of still testing this level of support based off your 30-minute. So what I would like to see for GJ, just because it is still a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. That's your closest level to support, even though you have exhaustion. Okay, the only way I will execute sales is if price can come and exhaust in this area of resistance, still also respecting that daily level of interest, and maybe get like a lower high opportunity and maybe like something like this to then execute off resistance. But if we don't get that, what I will be looking for is a break below 189, targeting these levels of support, and then getting that bearish push up to then go lower. So pretty much waiting for one of the two moves. I'm really leaning towards the sell side, just because we are still bearish. We haven't really had a break of resistance to flow bullish, but we are still maintaining lower high points, which is good to have a game plan of how you're going to execute sales, because that is the most probable trade at this point in time. But yeah, these are two different trade ideas for a bearish move. Now I won't really be looking for buys unless price gives us really something good where we could break above 189.5, get a higher low to then go bullish. So this will be like a bullish play, but I'm not really sold on that. I really want to sell. So one of the two, is what I'm really hoping for. This is going to be your third option, but I don't really see that happening at this point in time. Maybe it could happen Wednesday or Thursday. If we stay above 189, maybe it could happen sooner. But I'm really leaning towards the bearish opportunity. So hopefully that breakdown makes sense for GJ. Hopefully you guys gained some insight from the way I executed my sell positions and the reason I closed. But let's go ahead and go from this pair to now US30, or as some may know it, Dow Jones. Okay, so we see here we are bullish on US30 based off weekly time frame. So based off weekly time frame, you have a support, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now we're testing this main low. Now on your daily time frames, this is a break of structure, but we did manage to find our way back above that level of interest to now flow with the weekly time frame. But another thing we want to keep in mind with current weekly price action is this level of resistance that just formed with last week's close, which was bearish. So for 4 weeks we couldn't break above 45,000 as price did stall, but price was not able to close above even 44, like 0.600, and we did close bearish with a bearish engulfing. So that is kind of giving a sign of sales, but we are still bullish overall. Our current leg that we are getting is bearish though, off of our smaller time frames based off the weekly close. So now daily time frame, this is our level of interest because of this resistance turn support, resistance again, then you have like support, and then you have price closing in this area, which could be using it as a level of support again, or if it doesn't, we could definitely get that push through that level to find a steeper level of support based off your daily. Now we're going to go from our daily to our 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, or let's go to our 4 hour just so you guys can see this more condensed. But price is forming lower high, lower high, lower high as of last week to form that bearish weekly candle. Price then found a lower high here for Thursday to Friday, and then price sank all the way down to 43.4k to close bearish. Now when price opened yesterday, price found a level of support with this 4 hour close here, giving you a bearish push for a counter trend, or a bullish push for a counter trend off your 4 hour time frame, which is currently bearish. So you see here when price found support, had a minor push, and then you had that steep push down. See here, minor push, and then you had a push down. So from your 4 hour to your 30 minute, going into New York session, what I was looking for was going to be a break of this. Now let me delete these. Okay, so we see here based off 4 hour time frame, we found support. 4 hour time frame, I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame. Now we keep in mind that this is a level of 1 hour and 4 hour support that did get breaking below. So if anyone wants to catch a high quality sell move, it's definitely going to be along this 43.8 to 43.9 level for a level of resistance to form and hold before actually executing sells. Now the reason I executed sooner for sells in this area was because price formed like a 1 hour resistance in here with this bearish bullish, and then we have our next level of resistance right in here as price formed a bearish engulfing. Now we go from the 1 hour to 15 minute. We see here on this bullish push up, price did form a higher low. Now when we got that 1 hour resistance to form around 4 a.m., price pushed all the way below this minor higher low opportunity, which was giving me more confirmation that there was a lot of bearish strength in this area to capture sells, which played out. So the way I executed was I waited for a break of this low, just because I wasn't up at this time. I got up like a little after 6:30, so price was already trending bearish, no sign for me to execute. Broke below, tested daily level of interest and also this last 15-minute level of support. Rejected it, got a bullish push back up. Now once price started approaching these levels of resistance and this level of support, I was looking for sells. Now this 1 hour time frame, I waited for this candle to close. We had exhaustion, so this closed at 9 a.m. So right in here, price opened up bullish. No sell confirmation for me yet. Price then rallied all the way up. Now once price began to stall and form a bearish engulfing, I was more interested in executing in this area. I think I executed off of this engulfing here, or it was this one right in here. Now I executed this play off my other account. So with this one, I ended the day with a 0.6% gain, which is $600. Now I did start the day with a negative 1% loss, executing off of GBPJPY, which was just it was just not it. And it backfired a little bit, but it's all right. So we'll just go ahead and take a screenshot of that, and I'm gonna also post this so you guys can see. But I did take some losses on that, I'm not gonna lie. Let me actually get my price levels so you guys can see exactly. So I executed 3 sell positions around 43,599, 43,611, and 43,623. So let's let's just do this. We'll do it from the least one, 43,623. Okay, so right in here was my last position. I did have my stop loss at 43,696. So right above that last lower high, below that level of resistance based off your 15-minute time frame. And then I did close my position at 43,485. Now the reason I closed was because price began to exhaust and didn't seem to have any more strength to continue pushing bearish. Now if this candle here, this 5-minute candle, didn't close indecisive and we had a stronger bearish candle, I would have definitely held to at least target like 43,380, which would have been more ideal for me to take my profit, or what I was aiming for. Now I did take a 1 to 1.9 R to R trade, which is very solid. I mean, this account put me profitable for the day, and I'm happy with it. I was able to secure equity, and now I'm ahead for the week, and now I could execute with the calm mind. I don't have to approach the market like I'm behind, because I'm not behind. I'm exactly where I need to be. I did improve by following my rules, waiting for my confirmations, waiting for my trade time, and I was happy with my daily goals, and I didn't allow greed to get to me. So yesterday into today was definitely a W in my books, especially based off of this US30 trade. So going into tomorrow's session, what I'm gonna be looking for US30, let me delete these technicals, but I am still looking for a bearish move. Now I will only be looking for the bearish move under certain circumstances. So let's draw these levels out again. I know I just deleted them. Okay, but we see here we have found a lower high opportunity here. We had price come right back up into this area, exhaust, and give us sell opportunities. So now that price has found a level of resistance below 43.750 and support at like 43.300, I will be waiting for price to come back up into our level of resistance to give us a bearish transition. Now if it doesn't give us that, it's okay. What I will be looking for at this point in time is maybe a retracement into like one of these minor levels of support that were broken and did get tested as resistance, to then execute sells. So yeah, if price plays back into this area, I'll be looking for sells. The only way I'll be switching my bias to buys is if later in the week we seem to still be holding 43.3 as support, and we're getting minor higher low opportunities to form in this area, which can be a good sign that price is building up to then get a push up. However price wants to form, it doesn't have to form exactly like this, but I hope you guys get the idea. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope it all made sense. I hope the reason I executed my trades and close made sense. I hope my confirmations made sense and my technical analysis. And if you guys only understand a certain bit but are able to take something away and implement it into your breakdowns and into the way you look at the market, then you know I've did my job. So if you watched it to this point of the video, man, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope you guys have a blessed Monday, and let's keep killing it this week to close out the month of February. But I will see you guys on tomorrow's video, man. You guys have a blessed one. Peace.